starts with the exciting whites. They just added Sophie Cunningham, a real basketball player who is an Instagram model. She's a real basketball player who's an Instagram model. She is beautiful in a way that you just don't expect from female athletes. And you add Sophie Cunningham to Caitlin Clark and Lexi Hull. And you have, as much as many of us have been pissed off about Caitlin Clark kissing the ring of the Yas Queens, and I'm here to make sure black women are elevated. And trust me, she's went woke and it pisses me off, and she bowed and she kissed the ring. But I'm not going to kid myself and pretend like that a lot of America is going to find Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and Lexi Hull the exciting whites. And there's going to be a lot of excitement in the suburbs. Moms who have daughters who are jocks, they're going to be into the exciting whites. Their daughters are going to insist that you take me to go see Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and Lexi Hull. The ponytail brigade is about to overtake the WNBA. And if you thought there was hatred towards Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever last year, this little trio of exciting white girls is going to amp that up even more. Backed up by, and look, Sophie Cunningham can play, and she'll be a great addition, three-point shooter, off the bench, maybe starting lineup, who knows, but she'll be a great addition on the court. But it's this off-court appeal that's going to take things over the top, and I believe that's the main reason the WNBA has gotten her to the Indiana Fever. But the real substance of what the Indiana Fever have done here, and I'm not dismissing Sophie Cunningham as a basketball player, but these additions of this Natasha Howard and DeWanna Bonner, holy cow, what an upgrade on the Fever's front court. This Nylisa Smith that was their power forward last year, who really couldn't stand Caitlin Clark and just spent all her days and nights dreaming about being laid up somewhere with Dejanay Carrington, and was just, Nylisa Smith was a problem chemistry-wise, didn't fit the culture of the Indiana Fever, and just wasn't consistent enough, effective enough a player. DeWanna Bonner has been like 4 or 5, 6-time All-Star. Averaged 15 points, 8-9 rebounds last year for the Connecticut Sun. Played for this new coach the Indiana Fever have, Stephanie White, who was the head coach of the Connecticut Sun, has a championship pedigree. This new coach the Fever have added. And then you throw in Natasha Howard, also playing the full. Holy moly. This is a championship team that they put together around Caitlin Clark. And it's got a little Boston Celtics, Larry Bird, white girl, exciting whites type of appeal. The Indiana Fever will be the biggest story in sports come May.
Jason's absolutely right. I mean, we could talk about the exciting whites if that's what we're going to go with. You know, obviously you add Cunningham, Lexi Hall, you already know, and then you have Caitlin Clark. You know, you have the three exciting whites. And it's already all over Twitter. I'm not going to get into it, but it's all over Twitter. You know, this basketball team is going to be exciting. They're going to have viewership. They're going to break viewership. They're going to have, you thought last year was big, 2 million viewers, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million this year for sure. And they're going to be winning games. And I'm pretty sure all their games will be nationally televised. All of them. And they're going to perform too. It's not just the looks. They're going to perform. So it's almost like the dream team right here. And like Jason said, they have addressed all areas. People were, Nylisa Smith, oh my God, she's free. Okay. We got Natasha Howard to replace you. Well, you guys weigh your option. And Natasha Howard, who just averaged 17 points and coming off her best career shooting, our best shooting career, 17 points per game, average 45% from the field, averaging 7 rebounds with 3 assists, and she's a defensive monster, and she can stretch the floor and run the floor with high endurance. I can't wait for that pick and pop game with her and Caitlin Clark. I cannot wait. And I know I keep talking about it, but I cannot wait. Then you add Cunningham, the girl who's going to be Lexi Hall 2.0, up and down the court defensively, bringing you that energy. Imagine her and Lexi on the same team. Imagine how they're going to be. I mean, on the same court, with their defensive presence and how they are with that energy, and they can shoot the 3 ball. I can see it now. I can see it now. Nobody's bullying this team. Nobody's bullying this team. And then you added DeWanna Bonner, DB, to the situation, a veteran, all-star veteran, who could shoot the 3 as well and stretch the floor. The pick and roll game with her and Caitlin is going to be amazing. The pick and pop, oh my gosh. We're talking about veterans. We're talking about a girl who can get that, clap it up, that energy with you. They've addressed areas that I didn't think they were going to be able to address. Like, honestly. And keep the pieces they kept. I didn't think they were going to be able to pull this off. They for sure won the free agency, and it's not over yet. They might even have one more piece in line. They just let Victoria Saxton go today. So there might be one more piece in line. You know, you open up, I think they're at $70K. Now you get rid of Victoria Saxton's 100 and whatever her salary was. Now you got room for 100K salary players. So that's perfect. That's perfect. There's still a couple more. Well, they also added Aaliyah, what's her name? Jaylen Brown, or however you pronounce her name. Another guard from the wing. She could play. She can shoot the ball. She can go on a heater as well. Give you 15. She looks like a little young Kelsey Mitchell. So I'm excited for her too. She'll be on the roster. But, you know, the main core is already here. DeWanna Bonner, Lexi Hall, Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Natasha Howard, DB, Aaliyah Boston, AB, Katie Lewis still here. You know, so Dantas is still here. So, you know, the pieces are still here. And for what they've given away and what they kept, they easily won this. So let's continue.
And it will last all the way through the summer and their championship run. You go get them right now. They're plus 550. Before these moves they've made this offseason, I think they were plus 1,300. Here I am. Wait, we're talking about gambling, and I'm giving you gambling advice. Call me a hypocrite. But I'm just telling you, the Indiana Fever have a championship team, and based on how the WNBA and professional sports are operated, it is in the best interest of the WNBA for the Indiana Fever to make the championship and perhaps win the championship.
100%.
That will put the WNBA over the top.
100%.
White girl summer, exciting white summer, backed up by Aaliyah Boston at center, and these 2 additions, Natasha Howard and DeWanna Bonner. Holy cow. You're about to see the takeover of basketball by women here domestically. That's what is going on. This is all part, and I gotta say, I'm not comfortable with it, but I'm not going to deny that I'm going to be a witness to it. And there's a lot of people, I'm not gonna watch. I can't stand Caitlin Clark now. I would never watch the WNBA. Yes, you are. Because of the conflict. They've just basically built the Boston Celtics here. And now they got Larry Bird, and now they got Kevin McHale and Robert Parrish and Dennis Johnson and Danny Ainge. They got all the pieces around. Cornbread Maxwell, they got Stephanie White, a real coach. You're going to watch because of the racial conflict. There's nothing they like selling more than racial conflict in sports. The exciting whites in the WNBA, they're going to lead the WNBA. I would say between 3 and 5 years from now, WNBA is going to have more domestic relevance than the NBA, and this is the start of that process. Steve, welcome back.
100%. And we're not going to go over this segment right here, but Jason's right. Viewership's going to be amazing next year for the Indiana Fever. I can't wait. This is a dream team right here. Yeah, it's not completely perfect, but dude, this is enough. This is enough right here to get them to where they need to go. And like Jason said, here's the thing. Let me get completely honest with you. Caitlin Clark is literally a bigger ticket than LeBron James right now. I just want you to know that. That's why Adam Silver seems so threatened by it because he has nothing left after that. You have Luka, you have Wemby, you have Jokic, but you don't have a Caitlin Clark. Ain't no way. Caitlin Clark is the big dog in the whole situation. So, as far as it goes, you know, I'm just excited for the year. They're gonna have a huge, huge season. I believe, um, like I said, national televised games, and I believe their jerseys. I think everything this year is gonna be hitting. And like Jason said, they're gonna be in a championship game. It's in the best interest for everything revolving around sports, media, everything that the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark especially is deep in the playoffs. Trust me, especially when we talk about viewership and social media impressions and things like that, it all ties in together. Not only will viewership be skyrocketed, social media viewership will be skyrocketed as well with these girls. There's going to be so much social media stuff going on. We're going to have so much content going on. So, man, let me leave it with that. If you have not, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. I'm going to catch you on the next one. And if you haven't, make sure you guys go look up. And, no, you know what? I'll keep that channel private for now. But yeah, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you on the next one.